but I'm not in control, there's no plan. I wanna know, no one will take me seriously, but I don't wanna lose integrity. I try to do the best that I can, but I'm not in control, there's no plan. I wanna know, is there a place for me? I wanna know, is there a place for me? My fate is written out of my hands. Although I understand this, it's fucking hard to come to terms with. Why am I so impatient with myself? Oh, will I ever be enough? I wanna know, is there a place for?
Hi, Rhea.
I wanna know, is there a place for me?
Just gonna wait for a few people to join. Good evening. Welcome to Now Chat Show, Singles Talk. It's our weekly check-in on a Wednesday. It's very warm outside. Hey Jenny, how are you, sweets? You okay? This is Kianja Music. He's a young multi-instrumentalist, songwriter, producer. I'm really feeling that vibe right now. I'm a bit mellowed out. Hey Jeremiah, a bit mellowed out. I've just done some meditation with Clamity Mind with Karine Griffiths. What do you guys think of this? Can you hear this song by Kianja Music? She's just got an amazing voice, oh my gosh, so inspiring. I'm going to be dropping this track, God willing, on Friday. Hey Rose, how are you, my darling? Just going to wait for a few more people to join. If you can just get into the flow of this songstress, multi-instrumentalist, producer, Kianja Music. Guys, do check her out on Instagram. She is phenomenal. She's literally just like 22. I think I'm going to have to play this track one more time. I'm feeling this track. What do you guys think of this track? I think this is so fitting for today's topic. Singles Talk, how do you stay motivated and optimistic? How do you guys do it?
I wanna know, is there a place for me? I wanna know, is there a place for me?
Right, so I'm just going to leave that to play in the background. How are you all doing today? It is very warm outside. You know what? I'm not even going to complain. We have had beautiful weather, and it makes absolute change easy. Set goals and stick to them. Great. That's great. Thank you, Rose. Oh, sorry, not Rose. Jeremiah. Okay, so we're just going to dive into conversation. Someone just joined. I'm so sorry. I cannot even wave back. I'm not even sure what's going on with Instagram. It's like they don't allow you to click on. Maybe it's just that I need to get a new phone. Yes, so today I was not motivated. I had to phone my therapist. Well, I messaged her earlier, and I'm so grateful that that she would like message me or call me just to, see what's up and things like that. And she really encouraged me today. And something she said to me, it just made me think to myself, how hungry am I for that change? How hungry am I for what it is that I'm trying to achieve? Sometimes we just get so caught up, so busy doing X, Y, Z, and we can get burnt out, which happens to a lot of us. And for myself, as obviously some of you guys know, I do have like some mental health challenges, which I'm not really going to go too much into today because I don't think it's really relevant. It is relevant, but I just don't want to like focus on that area. But I just want to really find out from yourselves, whoever's willing to jump onto this conversation today, how you stay motivated, how do you stay optimistic, especially as a single person. I mean, like I live by myself, and I don't know about you, but I live by myself. So sometimes it can be quite challenging to just have that get and go drive. You can make a list of things that you need to do, like things that you need to hit, your things to do list, but sometimes you don't achieve those things to do list. And how do you stay motivated to ensure that you do complete the things that you say you want to complete? And also as well, as single people, I don't know about your circumstances, if you're single or not single, etc. But how do you stay optimistic in meeting somebody? Hey, pregnancy without, oh gosh, okay, I got you. Pregnancy without fear. Thank you for joining. And how do you stay optimistic, to meet that potential life partner, especially during a time like this? Yes, we can see things are starting to lift and everything else. And we're hearing stories of a third potential wave. But, at the same time, you want to meet somebody that you can grow with, you're going to complement each other. So it's staying optimistic with that. So how do you stay optimistic to potentially meet that significant other that you're going to be with for until death do you part, so to speak? It'd be great for somebody to join me. I'm going to hit on some people who is in there. Pregnancy without their some hit on you. Hopefully you can join. Jeremiah, I know you're probably going to join, unless you're going to tell me you're not dressed, which I don't want. You need to be dressed. Well, then again, yeah, let's see what happens. But wow, my phone just did a mad thing. Oh, pregnancy with that there, you're not available. Okay, so how do you guys really like stay motivated? I mean, it's all fair and well saying, yeah, I make a list, it's easy, I set goals and I just, go through and I just achieve that. But what happens to those moments where you don't feel like you can, like push past that feeling? Because the feeling is real. When I say it's a feeling, it's just like, when you come, your head is knocking against a wall and you just feel like, oh my God, like I just can't do this. Or, you're constantly, consistently going, and you just get to a brick wall now where you just literally feel that I can't do this anymore. Like, what do you actually do? Moses, I'm going to hit on you, sir, because you've got business. How do you stay motivated, Moses, with your business, with Cabby's Rum? How do you stay consistent, especially during this pandemic? How have you stayed motivated during these times? It would be great to hear from you if you could potentially join in. Pregnancy with that there says supporting a labouring mother online, So that's how you stay motivated, by supporting a labouring mother online. Is that correct? Do quote me if, do correct me if I'm incorrect by what you've just said. I don't want to be left out in the wilderness by myself. I really do want someone to join the conversation. Yeah, so like for me, what I've been doing, some of the tips well, not tips, some of the things that I've been doing for myself personally, like about an hour and a half ago, like no, about an hour and a half ago, what I done is I just did some affirmations. So while I was just getting myself ready, I was just like doing my makeup, looking at myself in the mirror, and just speaking out some affirmations, you know, to myself, because it's so important, especially when you put the I am, like I am amazing, I am, you know, oh, somebody's requested. Okay, cool. Thanks, Moses. I've just sent you the request. Yeah, accepted it. I've just basically just kept on saying affirmations to myself. Wagwan Moses, what's good, bro?
What's going on? How are you,
I'm
man?
good.
You
So
are?
I'm all right. I'm just doing singles talk, and today's topic is how do you stay motivated and how do you stay optimistic? Like, as a single person, obviously you're not single, yeah, but obviously you can
Yeah.
give tips because you've got business, and I'm sure there's people that's on here right now who potentially do have business, or they're working for somebody, or those who are going to catch the replay later on. How do you actually stay motivated, especially during these times with your business, with Cabby's Rum? If you could just tell people a bit about yourself, that'd be great, actually.
Hey, can I talk now?
Of course you can, go ahead.
You literally caught me off guard. I was literally doing a distillation at the moment, so I was kind of like just out and about. But no, so my name is Moses. I'm basically the founder of London's first white rum, multi-award winning rum. You know, we've won 20 international awards, but it's it's one of those things that is just motivation's a weird thing. You know what I mean? And you know, it's, a while ago, I read a meme, and it was by some U.S. military general, and he said, look, if you want to, no one will change the world, but the best way to change the world is very simple. Actually, start by making your bed every morning.
Mm.
You know, and then and then
Because
and
that sets up your day, doesn't it? When you make up your bed every morning, it sets up the stance of your day. I think even
routine.
David Goggins talks about that. Shaggy, the singer, he talks about that as well. The same thing in terms of like making up your bed first thing before anything.
It's a routine that you get yourself into, and lifestyle is routine. Do you know what I mean? If you wanna get abs, you do sit ups every day, but you do it at the same time every day. If you wanna lose weight, you're supposed to eat at the same time every day. You see where I'm coming from? But with motivation, it's just don't give up. Don't listen to anyone's nonsense. Don't listen to anyone eating basically the same shit as you, because they're gonna make excuses that's gonna put you off. And a lot of people are very talented at palming off their own insecurities onto others. Do you know what I mean? And then you stop listening to yourself and you start listening to other people, and it doesn't work like that. You have to listen to yourself
Mm.
10 times before you listen to one person.
But what if you're the person that is, you know, your worst self critique, and you're the one that's not like, you know, being hungry enough, not pushing yourself enough? Because as much as, I mean, I constantly hear people saying about other people, but sometimes that person can actually be you blocking yourself. Like for myself, I know I'm my worst critique. I'm potentially the one that is creating those obstacles in front of me. So what advice would you give to those people that is faced with those challenges?
It, a lot of people are very shy, and a lot of people are very talented at talking themselves out of doing things. So I think the best way you approach it is tell everyone what you're doing, and bare face to what you're saying. The reason being, a lot of people also don't like embarrassment. So if you're
Mm,
doing something and you quit it, and you're now paranoid that everyone's going to be judging you. So if you tell everybody, own it.
right. So you're saying just speak it. So it's almost like you're signing a contract to the world, so
Yes,
to speak, or within yourself. And now that you've
yes.
spoken it, it's like now people's watching you to see your actions, to how you're gonna now deal
There's
with.
a lot of, there's a lot of people really judging you. So guess what? You're judging yourself even harder.
It's
Because you don't.
true, but the thing is, we all have this like self chatter. Do you know what I mean? We all have this narrative or conversation that's going on within ourselves, especially when we're stepping out to do something that is out of our comfort zone. I mean, obviously, you setting up, doing Cabby's Rum, and winning all these awards and everything. I'm sure there must be moments that you felt so like unmotivated, not optimistic. Should I keep on going? What's the point,
Don't get me
etc.,
wrong.
etc.
Honestly, you don't know how many times I've given up, okay? And I woke up in the morning and said, Mose, don't do that again. Seriously, I don't want to talk to you if you ever do that again. But this is a
You
conversation we have
speak to yourself
internally.
and you tell yourself that.
Man,
You
no,
speak to yourself.
you have to reassure yourself. You really, really have to reassure yourself. And it's one of those challenges. Listen, I think rejection is the most powerfulest tool anybody has. Every time you get rejected, you look, when I used to go for job interviews, yes, I knew I was going to get rejected. It is what it is. I call it circumstances, okay? So I knew that was going to happen, but I would tell myself, give me a couple of years, I'm going to come and buy this business. I'm not going to do it,
Right.
but I say I'm going to come and be your boss. And this is me reassuring myself that I'm not a reject.
Okay.
Do you understand
So
that? Sometimes
basically, you're training yourself to be able to not only to deal with the rejection, but also
to
to
deal with the
speak
world.
life into yourself as well at the same time, and being bold to say, right, well, I'm going to be owning this, or I'm going to be doing X, Y, Z.
Listen, rejection is one of those powerful things that could either make you or break you. But I think rejection should be one of those things that you use as a tool. And if you don't, if you let people get to you before you get to your dream, man, you're gonna be chasing for a long time. And I gotta be honest with it. And saying up cabbies, listen, I've never climbed so many walls. Okay, but you gotta learn not to climb walls. You gotta learn how to turn right on the wall until you find the door, and then turn left again, and then go back to where you start. And that's what you have to do. If you try doing any other
It's,
way, rejection is real. And
yeah,
it's the best tool you'll ever have.
yeah,
And that's
I'm
the best
loving
thing I
that.
could tell anyone that's trying to do something. Don't take rejection as rejection. Take as, I'm coming back to buy your business. I'm coming back to be your boss. I'm coming back to be something that's going to affect your life, because you affected my life for 10 minutes. Should be no more than 10 minutes. In the 11th minute, you start again. You keep moving.
Mm.
And people don't see this. People say, oh, well, they didn't speak to me. Oh, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get the fuck up. Seriously. I got to be honest with you. Excuse my language. Just
No, no,
no.
no, but if we're keeping it raw here, I mean, we need the rawness, because I think also, especially in the times that we're living in, we're seeing people, success, business, etc. And we don't tend to realize that people's been on this graft on their journey for like X amount of years. And then when you're seeing like all the awards winning, Cabby's Rum, etc., you're just thinking, okay,
Can I
just
be honest?
saying, not understanding the graft that's gone behind it.
Can I be honest with you? So,
Yeah, of course.
if you ask anyone that knows me, they'll tell you, I've literally, so stress comes with 0 calories, okay? Best diet you'll ever be on. Number one, I've lost 7 stone because of this rock and roll. So you have to understand, like, it came with 0 calories, and I'm owning it. All right, I look a bit better, my belly's going a bit down, like I lost a lot of size, and I've had to get a whole load of new clothes, but I've accepted it. But it comes with 0 calories. All these things come with 0 calories. And as I said, don't listen to other people's excuses, because they're flashing their insecurities onto you. And if you fall
Mm,
into their insecurities, that means you just don't believe in yourself. That find someone positive and talk to them and get back up. It's not like it's not that kind of party. I think those
yeah,
parties are a waste of time. Like, just sitting down feeling sorry for yourself. Honestly, I won't feel sorry for you. I said, this, you're wasting time. I'm not interested in you wasting time. It's time. Look, if I'm to have a conversation with you, it's time I'm going to waste your 25 minutes. You're going to waste my 25 minutes, or we're going to waste 50 minutes of our time. And
yeah,
time is one of those things that's so valuable that you can't waste it. So I'm 40 now. Once you hit 40, boy, you're lucky. Maybe 20 years. If you push it, you might see another 8 years. But it's time's ticked already.
it's true. It's so
And this
true.
and this one fact people don't understand: the military will not accept anyone after 35 years old.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
And
do
why
after
is
that?
that? And
Sheesh.
why is that? Is it because what, like you get to a certain age, you're not going to be as fit as, or
It's got nothing to
what's
do
the
with
reason
fitness.
behind
Just
it?
is your time is ticked. You're no longer functioning. There's a gap in your life that you're exceptionally talented at everything you do within reason. You know, but what
Right.
they say is when you miss that gap, you're in your time out, and that's honesty.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm
But
wrong.
then saying that, I mean, obviously you're talking about the military, yeah. But
I'm not
then
talking about
if
the
some
military.
people,
I'm just saying what I know.
what you, all right, but that's also the same way that certain people will look at life as well. Like if I get to a certain age, I can't step out in that profession because, you know, when you look at the type of, say, like if you look in, I don't know, just hypothetically speaking, if you look at, say, like media, yeah, you look at TV broadcasting or even radio, you're seeing it's more of the youngsters that are kind of more on those platforms. Whereas, say, like somebody like myself, maybe thinking, oh boy, I've gone past my expiry date. I can't really go there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I can't, am I supposed to say, all right, 35 is my like expiry date and that's it done?
Hey, listen, I have a simple answer for that. How badly do you want it?
So
I'm
then
gonna
that
want.
comes back down to being hungry now, isn't it?
I want it till the day I die. KFC started at 66.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't know this, but the guy started KFC literally launched when the guy was 66, and he didn't give up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Look, young guys, as much as you're gonna get rejected, just see it as a powerful tool that you got in your arsenal, man. Do you know what I mean? It's the only tool you've got, especially if you're getting rejected a lot. So you better sharpen that tool and make it count, and literally kick down everyone's door.
Yeah.
And I will not stop kicking down people's door. And I tell my kids everything. I'm not kicking everyone. I'm gonna kick down everyone's door. Last time I saw you guys, I was telling you about my son. He's a swimmer, and they say black don't swim, but he's in top five in the
Mm.
UK. You see where I'm coming from? So how are you gonna sit down and accept the fact of someone's telling you, "Oh, blacks don't swim, so you shouldn't swim"? You're fucking off your trolley. No, excuse my language again, but no.
No, it's fine. It's actually don't need to apologize. But I get it. I understand what you're saying. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like it's going back to the determination, it's going back to the drive, it's going back to the hunger. How much do you really want it? And I suppose in a way, it's almost like, okay, this is my opportunity. I'm going to show you.
Yes. You know one thing people need to realize? Please do yourself the simplest favor on the planet. And I'm this one I hold dear to me. Don't make excuses to yourself. It's the worst lie you could tell yourself. The worst lie you could tell yourself. And that's the God honest truth. Do not tell yourself if you want to do it, do it. Don't let don't lie to yourself. If you're lying to yourself, that means the other person's lie is gonna work even better.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing, man. Listen, as I said, a lot of people told me this what I'm doing in my land is nah, Mose. Why would you do that? You know, there's already drinks on the shelf and stuff like that. But you have to understand that the process is this: a product is only as good as a salesman. You could sell anything. How good of a salesman are you? And that's
Yeah.
what I'm telling you. You've got to challenge yourself. Every idea has been
Absolutely.
every idea has been done. The only thing why the idea is different is because your marketing is different. Your approach is different. How many ways can you make vodka? And this is my own professional question. Like how many ways? Listen, how many? All right, how many ways can you make? How many ways can you make jerk chicken? Do you know what I mean? And then when you go to gin, there's no gin on this planet that's the same. Every recipe is different.
But then I suppose that's going back down to your USP, isn't it? It's unique selling point, and that's going back to what you're saying in terms of the salesman. You are your brand, isn't it? So that's what's going to differentiate you from Ray Nephew and any other rums that's out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? But
You shouldn't
it's
see
really
yourself
owning
resting.
and believing in who you are. Say that
You, sh-
again.
you shouldn't see yourself as someone else's brand. Like, you shouldn't let the competition scare you. You shouldn't worry about other people. Worry about yourself. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna worry about other people, you're slowing down your process. Do you know what I mean? So imagine I've only sold 10 bottles, but then this other guy is sold 100 bottles. Now I'm panicking. They say, how's he selling 100 bottles and I can't sell 100 bottles? That means I wasn't being a good salesman. That's just it. All the products have been tried and tested. The only thing that hasn't been tried and tested properly is marketing.
Yeah.
You know, and every generation, marketing changes.
That's so true. That is so true. Moses, nobody got no way, you know. What happened to your reception, bro? Well, it looks like Moses is having some internet connection issues. I'm sure he's going to rejoin us very shortly. But yeah, I feel I feel very inspired and very encouraged by what Moses has just shared. Is there anybody else that would like to jump on just to share, stay motivated? How do you stay optimistic during these times? I mean, Moses is just giving some great analogy of how, you know, you stay motivated and not making those excuses. I've personally been making a bag of excuses, hence the reason why we've got this topic. Because, you know, sometimes you do a topic, it's not necessary. Oh, Moses said his battery died. Shut up! Moses, man, you can't bring a little, we call it the charger pack or something. Hudson, I just sent you a request as well. Janelle, I invited you as well. Just wanted to find out, how do you guys stay motivated, especially during these times? I mean, it doesn't even matter if you've got a business or not a business, but just in general, how do you stay motivated? Who's this? Yo, Hudson, what's going on, bro?
What you saying?
Yeah,
Man's doing
man,
daddy
I'm
shit.
blessed, man. I ain't seen you for a minute, bro.
I know, you don't see it.
Oh, Papa! Hold on a second. Did you not just have a look? You've been well motivated. You've been more than motivated. You've been motivated and, yeah, just going through and just creating all of the Hudson's legacy out there. So, bro, so on the topic, yeah, first and foremost, thank you for joining the chat. But so it's Singles Talk. This is obviously, you know about our platform, but every single week, midweek, we do like a topic and we just chop it up, and yeah, anybody that wants to jump on, we just have a conversation. So how do you stay motivated? How do you stay optimistic? Because I know you've got your business. If you can just let people who's on the live now, who don't particularly know about you, if you can give them some information about yourself and talk about your business, etc., and how you're staying motivated during these times.
Well, you know, my main motivation is my children. So I think I would say the children, because I don't want to leave here without not leaving them something. I think that's one of the biggest things what our people don't do. The Asians have it locked down, the rest of the others, we have to take a leaf out of some of their good stuff, you know? So that's one of the main motivations. And plus, because, you know, you're a forefather in this, you know, when you know that you've done this from when you was young, right? If they don't know, I was originally on rows, then I started to dance, then I can rap, I can act, I can do all of them. Anyone could do the same thing. You can do anything you want. It's just the opportunity, and then maximizing the opportunity when you get it. So to stay motivated, it's the kids part. That's the main part. But plus good people like yourself, you know how we go back. So people being around creative people with that mind, because you know how it goes. If you're around a crowd who just smoke, you're just gonna smoke. If you're around people who just drink, they're gonna drink. So you stay with motivated people as well. They don't have to be in the same genre as you either. They just need to be of creative minds. So yeah, and then life brings you different journey. As you can see, this is number 2 in a space of, this is 2 COVID babies in one. You know how it goes already. There's Shiloh and Imani. You know what I mean? So it's just how it goes.
Congratulations.
So, and that wasn't part of the plan, because obviously, you know, I got Dance Mania. I was got my online platform with the dancing thing I was about to do. I took a break out. One thing I want to say before I carry on with that, yeah, to anybody listening, do not put your own business on hold to help someone else's business, because I just put myself in that situation from September, because I know I had a kid come in and the money's needed. I took a break off the Dance Mania, even though I couldn't do it at the time because it was the schools and the rest of it, and worked at a sixth form college, doing some work in a young college, doing some work with the children. Excellent work. I made enough of them pass their predicted grade. They should pass their GCSEs and stuff. But as soon as it ended, the fight is real, because there's not enough of us, our colour, in the education system when it comes to the higher persona. I was offered a contract, and the contract been taken away as well in the last minute.
Wow.
So it just showed me that stick to your business, because they need you more than you need them. So
Yeah.
that's another way to stay motivated, to keep doing your thing. Even if you work for somebody else, put them extra hours in. If you can sit back and watch a Netflix series and stuff, put that extra 2 hours in for yourself and your business. I'm glad to see Moses was on your show, because that's a brethren as well, and I know that he's been doing his cabbage run for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and yourself, you know what I mean? You're one of my motivations as well. You know this.
Bless you,
So
bless you, bless
we're not just
you.
gonna say that because you're online, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? Going back to what you were saying in regards to, you know, supporting somebody else's business. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, everyone's got to eat in it, and we have to be
Yeah.
real with that. But one of the things that I was doing before my job got made redundant during the first wave of the pandemic was that I
Yeah.
would get up about 4 o'clock sometimes. Even Coach Carla would say, Kaz, did you not sleep? You know, like literally I would get up and just be on my business before I start anybody else's business, because one of the things I notice is you will go to work and you could be working like 7, 8 hours straight. And then by the time you come home, you're busted. You understand what I'm saying? You know, one God, Jim, you know, one do
Finished.
nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You're tired.
Finished, yeah.
But if you put that work in before you go and step out and work for somebody else, mate, that 2 hours is making a whole difference. You times that by 5, mate. Do you know what I mean? You've already got 10 hours that you've dedicated to yourself. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then weekend, boom, you've got the whole weekend. So it's so imperative that we use our time wisely. And that's something that I need to, even as I'm saying it, I need to go back on that for myself, because I was speaking to my therapist about a couple of hours ago, and she said, Kaz, you need to make your schedule your week. And that's something I used to do all the time. But then now I've just got into these old habits, and it's like, yo, I'm not even doing what the things I said I was going to do, because I'm just getting too relaxed and too, you know, like most people saying, time is ticking. Time ain't waiting for nobody.
I think the biggest thing, what was my biggest hindrance in my career or in my journey now still, was procrastination. Trust me on that, because you know what it is? I've got that confidence side in me where I know I can do that, but you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You know you can do it, but words don't mean nothing till you actually do it. And we all know this. Actions speak louder than words and the rest of that. But procrastination, when I started to realize that that was my main, biggest issue of everything, always me think to the last minute. Even though I'm good on the last minute stuff, but why put yourself under that pressure when you can do it 2 weeks before? Why? Do you understand what I'm saying? And then when I started to learn, stop procrastinating, that was it. It couldn't stop me no more. So right now, what's coming next, they're not going to be ready for this one. They're not going to be ready for this one here.
Ooh.
I'm coming with 4 businesses at the same time. We're not doing ones no more. You can't do one no more.
Yeah.
You've got to come with 1, 2, 4. So I've got the t-shirts coming. We've got lots of different things coming. The hoodies, all that stuff coming as well. I'm trying to get my aftershave off, called Black Kryptonite as well.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm not playing with them. So we're going to try and do everything as one. And then everybody like yourself, Moses, all my people, my backdrops are every brethren of mine's logos. We're promoting everybody.
I love that. Unity.
We're not playing that game here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yes, because unity is definitely a must. And we've got to start somewhere.
That's real.
So my backdrop now is everybody's logo. Yours, Moses', this one, other brethren's. It don't make no difference. If I'm doing something constructive, we're working with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we've got a lot to talk about anyway. And plus, I lost my phone in October and lost 2,000 numbers. So to get all them things back now, it's starting fresh. But it also showed me that not every 2,000 I was talking to, and not every 2,000 was phoning me. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't really make a difference if you lose all them numbers or not. It's the ones what count.
Yeah, and it's, I suppose it's like a restart as well. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're kind of like weeding out who needs to stay and who needs to go. And it's not saying that how
Exactly.
people is going. It's not that you don't have no love for them. It's just that you're just on a different journey, and it's just like it just
That's
doesn't
it.
really include them right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know,
Exactly. And
and
if they love you, they'll understand.
absolutely. Sandra Joseph made a comment. She says, definitely standard and write it down. Expecting to tick off the things you've done makes us accountable to do what needs to be done.
Yeah, very smart woman, Sandra.
Yeah,
Very
for
smart
real,
woman.
real
That is.
talk,
Yeah,
Sandra. I love that. You
yeah,
know, and I love what Moses also said, you know, like, um, if you're dealing like with me, I deal with like negative chatter. You know, I keep it real. I'm very like, I'm a realist. I deal with negative chat, and my setback is myself. It's not really anybody else. If people say what they want to say
yeah,
about me, it's just like whatever in it. But it's what I say to myself. That's what counts. And I think sometimes, like what Moses was saying, is sometimes you just need to speak what you need to do. Like just broadcast
yeah,
it, because now you're
yeah.
accountable for what you said you're going to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like almost everyone's watching to see, let me see what I've got here. But it's not even that you're trying to do this for validation from other people. You're doing it for yourself. You're making yourself accountable. And it's going back to
Exactly.
what you were saying about losing the 2,000 numbers. I'm sure within those people, that's not obviously going to be within your, you know, in your like immediate space, but you're going to be
Yeah,
accountable to those people as well as they're going to be accountable on you. Because I think it's very important, because I'm really blessed. Like I've got co-hosts, Janelle, I've got Andre, I've got a bag of small
yeah,
people, but I'm accountable to them and they're accountable to me, and they encourage me and we encourage each other daily. And what I've come to realize is not everybody has that.
yeah. Exactly.
Not everyone
And you know
has
what you
that.
said there. And you know what you said there. What's important? What people have to understand. An individual can make the team get noticed, but only a team can win the championship. You
Real
understand?
talk. Real talk.
So you need the team, and that's what's important. And that's what I had to learn. Who was there really for me, and that kind of stuff as well. Because everybody's there when you're high up in the air. You know how it goes already. When
Come
you're
on
there,
now.
everyone's first to come and give you your lotion and cream and sanitize you, whatever they want to
Yeah,
call it.
yeah.
But then soon as it goes bad, I knew it was going to go bad because he never done this and did it. They know everything, but you don't know nothing.
But isn't it interesting that people will always have something to say, but yet they're not doing anything themselves?
Because that's the other part of the job, but that's part of it as well. You got to use that negative into a positive, and
Yeah,
that's what the reason why I was always like, they're not seeing me done. I'm not done in this. No one is going to be in control of my journey except for myself.
yeah,
So use that negative energy. Like, yeah, man, cool, I understand. So some criticism you might not want to admit, but there might be some truth in it.
yeah,
But it's because they put it across a certain way, you're not accepting it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
you can hear the bad mind in it as well. You know, the bad talk. They could have said it better. It could have come across better. You know, so that's a lot of part of it as well. But along I don't mind constructive criticism. You
yeah,
know, because me and you talked from the beginning years ago
yeah,
before all these ones are here, and through your talk and through showing me how to do certain things, that's the reason why I'm able to do what I'm able to do too. So I got to give you your kudos too, and that's what people don't have to do enough of. They
yeah,
don't. They only want to praise people when they're up there, not on the journey. And this is
yeah.
what we got to do more of. You know?
And I love that, because even when I was growing up, you were somebody. I mean, I, as you know, I wasn't allowed to play out in it. So when I saw Hudson and
Yeah.
him doing, and that power dance, I was like, yo, is that
Yeah.
the man there from the ends? You get what I'm
From the
saying?
end.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
even for me, that
Exactly.
was an inspiration, because, you know, to see young black men out there doing their thing, it's like almost, that was almost like, it was just not heard of at the time. You understand what I'm saying? And obviously there was creatives like, obviously we know Titler, Corey, you know, God
Yeah.
bless his soul, you know, with
Yeah.
his music and everything else. And even him and
Mm-hmm.
Raja, I remember them, man, them was on me like when I was about 18, like, can you sing? And I'm like, these guys are
Yeah,
coming on
yeah,
like
yeah.
they were
That's
just
typical
looking for
Titler.
talent, you know, and it was just like unheard of at the time, you know. So I just want to say thank you, Hudson, because you have been a real inspiration for me as well. And even the advice
Yeah,
that you've
definitely.
given me on a one-to-one and everything, else, you're a realist, man.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
respect you.
I saw it. I saw it in your eyes, man. Some people got it, but they just don't know they got it. But
Yeah,
sometimes, because I always believe this, yeah, a lot of people, they don't travel. They don't know. in a different circle, your energy in a different circle, what it can create and what it can do. And being that we done it at an early age, it showed me that there's more to the ends and more to things than just that, like getting validation from people who you grow with and all that stuff there. That's not it. So I see the snap thing as it said, I got the power. So as far as I'm concerned is, I gave you the power back then. This is for you to move on and carry on with.
Come on now.
So this is what, that's all. And the power only supposed to stop when the Lord tells me it's time to stop, you know? That's when the power's supposed to stop. And then I'm supposed to pass it on to the next generation, you know? So yeah, everyone's fine and everything's going well. But good to see you doing your show. And I was glad to see that Moses come up. That's the reason why I saw both of you talking. I was thinking like, what? My people
but you know what? I do randoms. Like on Wednesdays, I don't even, before I was like saying, this is what's going to be the subject, the topic. I've just done with that. I don't even advertise it. I just put out who joined, who won, join in the conversation. We just roll in it. Because I think sometimes when it's too planned, people know I'm going to do it on a Wednesday. If you want to join, then that conversation's for you. If you catch the replay, then it's still for you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just I don't know. It's just a different energy. It's a different vibe on a Wednesday because obviously we've gone through like the weekend. Now it's like midweek, weekend still
midweek, exactly.
And you're just feeling a certain way. And like for me, I ain't gonna lie, mate. I had to message my therapist and say, yo, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I've had enough, you know. And like I was sharing earlier, that I do have my mental health challenges. But I don't really want to delve in there because I don't want that to be the reason for me not to do the things that I need to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, yeah, I understand this is what I'm dealing with, but like, boom, okay, so what am I going to do? Because I wasn't going to do the live, and it's like, yo, if I didn't do the live, I wouldn't get to see you, I wouldn't get to see the new baby, I wouldn't get to reason with Moses. You know what I'm saying? And those watching,
the boys upstairs, man,
wouldn't be blessed by the conversation as well, because it's always, you know, like I always say, it's not just you one going through what you're going through. There's so many other people as well. So the more we continue to do what we're doing, we're blessing other people, and it doesn't stop with us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. But you don't know who you're inspiring right now.
Exactly. You know
what? Because people might see us walking through the area and thinking like, oh, what they're doing, whatever. But then they realize you've got a certain thing, and then I always told you I can see you. Remember I told you this?
Yeah.
I could always see you presenting on TV this morning and all that stuff. Remember I told you this early, didn't I? Did I say that?
Yeah.
And this was like what? Probably 4 years ago.
It was about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, it was about
years ago.
2017. 2017. Yeah.
2017. Exactly.
Yeah.
I saw it. Because the way your diction, how you speak, and how you got that warm thing. Not everybody gets that when they speak. You know? And I told you that from a long time ago. So that's the reason why when I see you doing the things, I'm like, to me, I'm not surprised. They might be, but I'm not surprised because everyone got their position to play, just don't know it yet. You know?
I like that. Everyone's got their position to play, but they just don't know it yet.
They don't know it yet.
And that's purpose. That's purpose right there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just discovering and finding that purpose. I mean, just recently, Janelle and I know Janelle's on the live now. We just won Best Talk Show on iLive Radio UK.
Right, there you go.
And
there you go.
We only been there, like, I feel like we've only been there 5 minutes, but you know, it's been valuable and we've been recognized, and I'm grateful, do you know what I mean? But I have to also celebrate that, because that's one of the issues. I don't know if anybody else have this problem where you could be winning something, but you don't really digest what's just happened, so you're not really celebrating it as much as I would say celebrate your wins, blah blah blah, but do I really do it? Not really.
Yeah, you got to celebrate your wins. You got to celebrate your wins because you put work in, and you know what I mean, blood, sweat and tears. So at the end of the day, you got to celebrate your wins.
Yeah.
And I always tell people this, it sounds selfish, but sometimes your opinion counts more than anybody else's when you're doing your business.
Come on now.
You know, even though you want to be validated by others and the rest of it, which is cool, but you have to be the main validation to say like, yes. And that's what's keeping you doing these things. Otherwise, you'll just say like, you know what, I'm not going to go on today, I'm too tired. You're going to make some excuse.
Yeah.
And that's what we're known for. A lot of our people are known for making excuses. And someone blocked me, or this one's hating, or this one's not. They're not hating. Not everybody has to like, you know.
And this is the truth of the matter, because you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
And there you go.
You know, it's going back to Moses talking about his rum. You know, not everybody's going to buy Cabby's rum, but there's going to be a
Of
majority of
course.
people that's going to buy Cabby's rum. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's really
Yeah.
finding your clientele, your audience, and really just, you know, catering to them, because that's what your purpose is to cater to that audience, to your clients.
100%. Princess is starting to wake up. Feed time.
Oh, bless. All right, then. Well, bro, I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
let you go, yeah?
No problem, yeah. And we'll talk anyway. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
definitely gonna talk. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Make sure you know, because people is listening to this.
Come
So
on,
if you
there's
don't,
things to come. Yeah, come on. Definitely. Definitely. You know, come on, Kaz, man. You know.
I know.
I
But
know you
tune
since
in
I know
Friday,
you
and I'm
since you
gonna
what,
hail you
13?
up on Friday on the radio show. You know.
Yeah. But how long I know you? I know you since you was 14, 15, 16. When we talking?
Well, yeah, it's been a long time.
How long I know you, Cole? Come on.
It's been a
So
long
you must.
time.
You know what I mean? So that's how it goes, man. But yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll listen in on Friday.
Yeah, Tanya
You know
said
what I
she
mean?
saw you the other day as well. Sorry, and I'm going off topic. Tanya,
Which Tanya?
my Tanya Wesley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she said she saw you as
Definitely.
well. She said, "I
Yeah,
feel
man.
good, man. You don't even look like my age."
yeah. You know how it goes. You gotta keep the sanity.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
that's where the age comes in with the sanity and the surroundings. You know.
Yeah.
You know me already. Sometimes you have to go away. You have to go away sometimes to go in the cave. My brother used to always say, "Go in the back cave, master your craft, and come back, and then flash your light up in the air like Batman. Now you're ready."
I love that.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do sometimes. But yeah, man. But we'll wrap, and I'll see you on Friday. Big up Tanya as well.
All right, then I'll tell her yes and
Yeah.
nothing. All right,
Yeah.
bless.
See you later.
All right, bless.
Bless.
All right, guys. So we just heard from Hudson. We heard from Moses. Is there anybody else that wants to jump onto the live and share? How do you stay motivated? How do you stay optimistic during these times? You know, especially you're in business, etc. How you? It would be great to hear from you. We've only got like a few more minutes. I'm not going to make this long. I'm going to make this just an hour-long live, because sometimes, you know, when you could just drag something, it's just like, okay, we're just repeating ourselves. So if there's anybody else that wants to share any valuable tips to how they stay motivated, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you were in a business. It could just be just in general in life, you know, especially in these times, because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes there feels like there's a certain kind of energy that's going around and you just don't even want to do nothing. You don't even want to, yeah, you just don't even want to be seen. But if there is anybody that is willing to join, do let me know, or just send a request. Janelle, I've just sent you a request. Pam, I've sent you a request. Somebody please accept it. Just let me know, how do you stay motivated? Because there's something that you could potentially share and it could really help somebody. Because how you do your things, like what Moses was saying in terms of you ain't got no time. We ain't got no time. And it's so true. We really don't have no time. And one thing the pandemic has shown us, especially us, you know, losing a lot of friends and family members, etc., is that how time, as you know, death has no age. Do you get what I'm saying? It has no age, and that's one thing everyone is promised, you know. But it's what we do in between that gap from the day we was born to the time where we are right now. Hey Pam, what's going on, Miss Argentina? No, you're in Antigua. Hear me, Argentina. You know, really trying to be in a different place. Oh, you're looking amazing. I'm loving your hair wrap. So Pam, the topic is, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay optimistic during these times? How have you been staying motivated?
Well,
And first and foremost, do tell those who are watching a live or going to watch the replay a bit about yourself.
so I met Kaz recently. Actually, we were doing the same course, and I
Yes.
shared that I'm recovering from breast cancer. So basically, I'm in Antigua convalescing. So I finished all my treatment in March of this year. So I've come out to convalesce. So during the time of my treatment, I well, even before my treatment, actually, I'll go back a bit. I always had this thing of PMA, positive mental attitude. And I just carried that with me all the way through. I'm not saying there weren't any low days, of course there were. Funny that it's now June, it's my birthday month. And
Happy birthday. What day? What day?
the 17th, next Thursday.
Oh,
So,
happy birthday for next week Thursday, in case I don't get to speak to you before then.
bless you, organising a nice barbecue with a few close family and friends, because we're still limited here on numbers and so on and so forth. But back to the whole positive mental attitude, it's just something I just carry with me all the time, and that's got me through. Along with the support of friends, family, obviously, but I had a fantastic support network that I can't even begin to tell you how thankful and grateful I am to them as well. So that's how I get through, really, to be in a nutshell.
I love that, because the fact of you having like positive mental attitude, PMA, and that's something that you're holding on to, and that's something that it's like you're constantly telling yourself, and going through like breast cancer, it must have been challenging to stay motivated, obviously, all the different treatments, and I'm sure you've heard some stories about people that's just not survived, etc. Mentally, how did you do that? How did you stay like, I know you've obviously given us a PMA, but what, I'm sure it just couldn't just be PMA.
I think it's just that, because I always try to see the positive side of things. I mean,
Right.
I would say like June, if you had known me last year, June, I think I spent the majority of June falling in absolute tears, because I had the surgeon, I had to make a decision about surgery, whether to have surgery, whether not to have surgery, whether to lose my breast, whether to keep my breast. It was the most traumatic time for me, even though it was my birthday month.
Yeah.
So, and I actually had, hold on a sec, my mum's cat is very troublesome.
If you let everybody know where you are currently as well, Pam, not that, like,
I'm in
I'm slightly
Antigua.
envious.
I'm in Antigua at the moment, and I'm convalescing. It's just, yeah. The sun, sea, and sand is the remedy. Seriously. Yeah.
And you
So,
look amazing, by the way. Your skin and everything, you
you.
just look beautiful. Like, girl, I know it's sunny right now, but mate, that sun that you're dealing with right now. Anyway, let's keep the topic, because
literally can't looking all hot like you, Kat. I'm just dry today. Anyway,
this is work, yeah. Don't be fooled by it. This is work.
yes. So like June was, out of the whole treatment, June was my most traumatic month, and it was really difficult because my parents live here, and in the UK I live on my own. So I was going through it alone. Although, I already said I had great support mechanism. Even my neighbours, she was doing my shopping for me at one point. Honestly, I had fantastic support. Cannot fault it, So June was difficult. But then after, because basically that's what I was saying. Last June, I had my second surgery the day after my birthday. Can you believe it? Yeah, I had a surgery in May. So I lost a friend to COVID in April. Her funeral was in May. Day after her funeral was my first surgery. And then literally a month later, the day after my birthday, was my second surgery.
Oh my gosh.
When I had to go to the hospital, well, my family literally dropped me at the door. I couldn't have anybody in because of the
because of COVID.
So I had to go through surgery, wake up with just nurses in my face. Oh my God, this cat, I'm going to kill it. Sorry.
The cat wants to come alive.
And he's so troublesome. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I might have to move. It's very troublesome. Yeah, so that was a lot. So I didn't even have time to think about pandemic. What pandemic has?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
More than enough to think about on my plate. And it was like the treatment is basically every 3 weeks you're at the hospital. Every 3 weeks you're at the hospital. So that's your life. Just going back and forth to the hospital. Yeah. So it was a lot. It was a
I'm
lot.
just so I'm just so happy that that you're here with us right now and just sharing your story. And I just hope anybody that is actually dealing with any form of terminal illness or anything of that nature, just be inspired by you. To go through that all by yourself. I don't even when I went and had my fibroids taken out, I didn't even have much visitors, and I felt like I went into victim mode. I was literally just I can't even imagine how it must feel for anyone now to be going in hospital and having any form of like treatment, surgery, etc., and to be by themselves.
It was a
And to
lot.
stay motivated, because that's also going back to your PMA, your positive mental attitudes. I guess you would have to use that as a literal, like, that's your affirmation, like, I have to be positive. It's really just setting that your mental health, your mind, otherwise you could actually crash. And sometimes when we don't have the right mindset, we can actually make our illness
Yeah,
even worse.
that's true. Because the thing is, when I got my diagnosis, again, I was on my own, and then after I called a friend and she came and met me at the hospital. But I didn't like they gave me the diagnosis, and I was like, oh, like, because I literally said, oh, I didn't cry, I didn't break down, I didn't think, oh my God, I'm gonna die, I didn't think
Right.
any of those things. I was literally like, oh, because I didn't know what to expect, obviously. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and then they sat with me, and the breast care nurse was fantastic. Went through the treatment plan, and then my friend came down and she got emotional. Then I had to go for biopsy. This will make you laugh. I got my diagnosis on, I think it was on a Tuesday, and and they gave me the diagnosis. They said, "Oh, really sorry, but we need to take another biopsy." So they gave me another biopsy, and the following day I was on the plane to Jamaica because my cousin and my family, we were all booked for Jamaica because he was renewing his wedding vows. And I said, well, of course, he's not stopping me from getting on that plane. The
So you went
following
same
day,
way.
I was on the plane to Jamaica with the tape up under my arm where they took the next biopsy.
Backside. Good for you, girl. You weren't letting nothing stop you. You just live life.
Was not stopping me. That's what we have to live our life. We have to, Kat.
Yeah.
And the nurses, I mean, they were fine at the school. They said, it's fine. Go on your holiday, have a nice time. And when you get back, then that's it. It's just going to be go, go, go. And so said, so done. I went to Jamaica, popped over to Antigua to see mum and dad, obviously, in the area.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, on the ends in the Caribbean.
yeah, I landed back on a Sunday. And there was even a letter that they had sent. They had sent me an appointment for the Sunday. But literally from the Monday, it was go, 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 go. For nearly, over a year treatment.
Wow. So can I just ask, so when you went to Jamaica, so what was your travel insurance like? Bearing in mind that, you've got
Yeah.
cancer, you've had a biopsy,
So
etc.
that's it.
Did your insurance still cover you?
Because I'd literally just been diagnosed, I didn't take any extra cover. I just went with a regular insurance. But now I've got a different insurance that covers that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just
But
go for it, guys. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm going to Jamaica. But we planned it from the year before.
yeah.
So I said, wild horses, we've got to stop it. And then I had the whole thing of having to break the news to my family while we were in Jamaica. And then when I came to Antigua, I had to break it to my mum and dad. So
And
that
what
was
was
a
their
whole.
response? Like, what were their reaction?
They were okay. Well, I say they were okay, but I don't know what happened after, I left. So how they were.
Right.
But I mean, they took the news and they didn't really say much. They just asked a few questions, what's going to happen and stuff. But after I left, I don't know.
How they
Like
were
some of our
after.
parents of certain generation, they don't really express themselves very
Yeah, and
much.
that's the thing, because we don't really talk that much. It's almost like we don't want to show that vulnerability, the fear, or not even the fear, but just being human, just showing our emotions.
I mean, we talk, but not, like on that level, that deeper level. Yeah, yeah. I told them, and I mean, they were there anyway. Because when my parents have been back here about 18 years, thereabout, and when my mum left the UK, I basically call her every Sunday, and I've just
Right.
been doing that every Sunday. She gets a phone call, and I'm going to kill this kitten now. Right.
No, you're not. You're not.
So I might have to move.
But thank you so much, Pam. And especially, I
Oh,
think, what I loved was a positive mental attitude, the PMA. And I think that's something that I'm also going to embrace on for myself. Just make sure,
write it down, write it, Kaz, write it big. I'll tell you a quick story as I go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, one of my jobs, one of my offices I used to work in, I used to go in every day, and then sometimes it's like everybody was always moaning. And we used to have this whiteboard on the wall. So one day I said, listen, you lot, enough of this. And I wrote it right across the top of the whiteboard. PMA. I wrote it right across the top. So every day when they come in, they could look at it. And if they started moaning, I would say, can you look at the whiteboard, please? And I just stuck with it ever since. And it worked. And if you sort of use it as a mantra as well.
Yeah, definitely as a mantra, I definitely think that is definitely
Don't let the
something to be
negative
used.
overpower the positive ones. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on. I'm not even gonna lie. Right now, me want PP. All of a sudden I'm like, yo, me want got to islet as well. But anyway, it's over. It's all good.
I'll catch you again
But
another
thank you so
time.
much for sharing, and I'm sure you're going to be popping on to one of our lives again, one of our future lives on Wednesday. And thank you so much for supporting as well with Now Chat Show, and also your encouragement when we was on a course where I got to meet you on a radio course as well. It was fun, right?
It was great. I'm looking forward.
Have you downloaded all your recording as yet?
No, I've got to do that. Oh, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, because that's going to go down. I did mine today. So
Perfect.
just make a note to yourself to just get that done, because you don't want to lose all that material,
Hopefully, yeah. Thanks, Kaz, darling. So you
All
need
right.
to switch me off, but I don't know.
I think I can. I don't even. Sure. I don't even know what I do. But anyway, I'm just going to end it while you're still there. So I'm going to end this live. I just want to say thank you guys for all joining. I'm going to end with this beautiful song played for me by Keandra Music. She is a 22-year-old guy, and I'm going to be playing this a lot because this song is just so beautiful. So until next time, guys, I'll see you on Friday. Make sure you tune in to iLive Radio from 4 to 7 p.m. We've got an amazing guest lined up, maybe a competition, but you won't know until you join in. And I'll see you next week, and stay connected. Also, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel if you can, and follow and share and like. etc. And also share this live once it goes up onto the Instagram main feed. Post, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, peace out, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. God bless. Bye, Pam.
Your fate is written.